How do you do, my fellow squishies? And from the bottom of my processors, I would like to go ahead and thanks from my brain for going ahead and jinxing this live stream right off the bat. Man, I mean, seriously, dude. You just had to go there right now before we even got started and just lay down that groundwork, didn't you? Well, no fallen trees is good, Lawrence Frazier. Gale force winds tend to cause those, and I'm glad you're dodging it. As the good captain once said, HB Aga, as long as you're walking and talking, you're probably doing okay. And also, as he said, it's hard to think of a man who ever had a statue erected of him that wasn't some kind of an asshole or another. Not his exact words, I don't remember the exact quote, but the sentiment is still the same. And Huggin' Floors made it. He thought he wouldn't, but he did. The funny thing, Lawrence Frazier, is that gale force winds, so I won't make you, like, dox yourself or anything here, I'm just going to ramble for a second. Gale force winds on your planet are generally assumed to be close to coastal areas, since gale force is generally a way of judging wind over water. But what's weird is that there are some actual inland areas in the North American continent that receive hurricane force winds, despite hurricanes being nowhere nearby. They have what's called downslope winds. Basically, a storm system comes in from the other side of the adjacent mountain range and gets, stopped up on the mountain range, as storm systems do. And then when it finally pushes over the mountain range, the combination of the amount of force while pushing the storm over the mountain range, and then the thermal shift, and then a whole pile of other things, results in these redonkulous wind squalls going straight down the mountain line into heavily occupied areas. And it's just like, wow, okay, you live in the middle of the continent and you're still getting hurricane force winds. I don't know what to tell you. Oh yeah, New Zealand, everything is close to the water. You can't get that far from the water no matter what you do. Kansas had 90-mile-an-hour winds by the great maker. Wow. Well, Phoenix has those wonderfully named haboobs, doesn't it? I still absolutely adore that name. We could call them sandstorms, but no, we're going to call them haboobs, because it's funnier that way. Well, I mean, I'm assuming that the 90-mile-an-hour in Kansas is straight line wind as opposed to toroidal wind, because if we're talking about like circular wind, then yeah, obviously the central portion of North America, central southern-ish portion of North America, has the reigning champion of like wind speed, given how many tornadoes they have rolling through there on a daily, monthly basis. So yeah, we don't count those as like wind speed numbers. No. I used to live in Phoenix. Seeing my first haboob roll in was surreal. What's that? Sand, get inside. That's about right. I mean, you can be outside if you want, but you won't like it. Sand, I hate sand. It gets in everywhere. It really does. No joke. Occasionally the Northeast gets absolutely hammered with hurricanes, or at least there was that one situation where like New York City flooded from that one hurricane, right? And I know, well, they don't get it as much anymore, but back in the 1970s by your calendar, the Northeast used to have like snowstorms that you basically couldn't open your front door from. And that was a whole experience for Sumies, I'm sure. And that's when I found out my rental car was limited to 110 miles an hour. Yeah, but Central VA, you got to deal with being close to Washington, D.C., and that's a natural disaster by itself. Oh, lake effect snow is a whole different problem. Wow. Yeah. Large bodies of water nearby, and physics do what physics do. Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is reading about all the different scenarios in all the different states and provinces in North America. You're like, okay, it's very clear that basically you shouldn't live here. I mean, all the settlements in Florida are like, back when Florida was first being settled, they're like, why did you do that to yourself? And then you go up to no, not Roanoke. Is it Roanoke? Crap, the Lost Colony. Yeah, it's Roanoke, right? And you're like, well, that obviously wasn't a great place to settle either. And then it turns out to be like the center of the USA country. I mean, not exactly the center. They moved it up and north and inland a little more, but still, Croatoan. Come on. An entire colony just vanishes, and now, yeah, we're gonna set up the capital of our country just up the road from where this happened. What? Seriously, the European settlement of North America is just a case study of y'all being too goddamn stubborn to realize that this is not somewhere you should live. And yet, here you are. Okay, Lawrence Fraser, you're also correct. New Zealand has too much going on as well. You got typhoons, you got volcanoes, you got earthquakes, you got everything else. And it will be, I am holding out a moderate degree of hope that there is some undug up, there's a term for like the trash pit that your cultures used to use, and I forget what the archaeological term for it is, and how the archaeologists use these trash pits to like date and place artifacts through history based on basically how deep they are in the trash pit. But regardless, I hold out hope that there is some undiscovered trash pit. Middens, yes, midden, thank you. I hold out hope that there is some undiscovered midden somewhere that holds the key to the Croatoan word. And I can't decide what I want the answer to be. It could be funny, it could be serious, but all the same, I mean... It would be interesting to finally have an answer to that question. And yes, I do have a very loud game loaded already. I like the music, can you blame me? There's something to be said for, it's not really 8-bit music. 16-bit? 32-bit? I don't know. Not to be confused with mittens, yes. I mean, seriously, they are the reigning champions of hide and go seek, aren't they? And there's so many interesting hypotheses about where they went, and all of them are intriguing, and all of them could be right to some degree. Probably just one of them. And I mean, this kind of thing happens all over. I know in the Utah province, there's a dinosaur die-off spot, I forget the name of it, that has 3 prevailing opinions of what happened. But basically, it's this like muddy spot. It's not like the La Brea tar pits. It was actually entirely different, honestly. That apparently all kinds of dinosaurs got there and died for some reason, and no one knows why. And obviously for dinosaurs, the answer you're probably never going to discover because it's buried in some long distant corner of your planet or just simply ground to dust. But at least Roanoke, there's a possibility that you simply just haven't dug in the right spot yet and discovered what happened. And yeah, Australia, everything there wants to kill you. Even the cute things want to kill you. Well, some of the cute things want to fornicate with you and then kill you, but we won't get into that. Hold on, now I gotta look up the name of the Utah thing, because it's a big thing. I forget what it's called. The Cleveland Lloyd Dinosaur Quarry. And it's spelled exactly like you would think. Cleveland like the town, Lloyd with 2 L's, O-Y-D, Dinosaur Quarry. And it's apparently a spot where a whole pile of dinosaurs, herbivores and carnivores and whatever else rolled up, and a whole pile of them died. And no one's really sure why. And it's one of those fun things of like, just because you haven't dug it up yet doesn't mean that there isn't an answer, I guess. Now, like I said, in the dinosaurs case, we're talking about millions, hundreds of millions of years. So whatever. In Roanoke's case, you're only talking, what, 300 years? Come on. You can go find that. Go forth. Dig holes. See what you find. Just don't dig a hole in that weird spot in North Carolina that had an unexploded nuclear bomb dropped into it, because you shouldn't dig there. And yes, there is in fact an unexploded nuclear bomb buried in North Carolina that has been left there because it was deemed safer to leave there than try to dig up for, well, obvious reasons. Because, don't poke. What's the line from Armageddon? Get off the nuclear weapon. It does have a fence around it, yes. Well, are there 2 of them on the land? I always forget. I know there's 1 in the land, and I'm pretty sure there's at least 2 off the coast. Are there 2 of them in the land? Sometimes there are definitely things that you should not try to dig back up, yes. Yes. Would you please stop shooting at the thermonuclear weapon? That's the line, yes. I love that line. Delivered so perfectly. Would you please stop shooting at the thermonuclear weapon? There's 2 on land. Oh, darn. I only knew about the 1. And yes, technically there's a fence around it, but it's the saddest fence ever. So, yeah. If you see a fence that says don't dig here, you probably shouldn't. There are a lot of fences saying don't dig here in, say, Nevada. For much the same reason, but on different sides of the equation, I suppose. All right. Anyways, I think whoever's going to show up has shown up at this point. We should get on with the gaming. If you haven't picked up from what I put down previously, we are going to attempt to... Oh, no, I didn't do things right. Oh, I did. That's weird. We are once again going to attempt Cosmoteer. Didn't go great last time. Do you not hear sound? Everyone else hears sound, Remark? It's enough of a fence that I guess it's the Department of Energy can claim liability deniability on it, but aside from that, yeah. How does multiplayer work with the time manipulation mechanics? I have no idea. I've never actually tried multiplayer in this game. Probably not tonight. Maybe we'll do it later. We're going to do a new game because I don't want to try to like resurrect our burning carcass from the last game. We kind of got absolutely tanked by somebody, and that was not great. Also, for the record, I know why we got absolutely tanked by somebody. And that's because some stupid-ass moron, who is totally not talking to you right now, put his reactor at the very front of the ship. So when the shields fell, And when the armor got penetrated, guess what next was on the list? And, yeah, obvious things happened after that. I mean, it would be hilarious, J-Bro, if everyone involved in the multiplayer had control over time. Oh boy. And yeah, totally whoopsie doodle. Note to self, do not put reactor in front of ship. Check. Don't put the power source near the outside, maybe. And yeah, internal armor is an interesting idea that this game actually doesn't like stop you from doing. You can totally put up armored bulkheads if you feel like, which is interesting. All right, we tried the Model S last time. I am curious about the Model M personally, because I'm going to go at this at a little more sedate pace than last time, perhaps. I like that they pretend like the models are different, of like remaining funds of this, remaining funds of basically the same, remaining funds of still basically the same, and then still basically the freaking same. Oregon Trail, this is not where you can be, what were the roles? Banker, farmer, and merchant maybe? And I got those mixed up. So you go from banker to merchant to farmer maybe? Yeah. Gonna be a short stream. I'm not gonna pick many fights. We're gonna do what the Model M is meant to do, and see how it goes. Ah, carpenter, not merchant. Banker, carpenter, farmer. Yes. And the distinction between how much remaining funds you had between those various categories was stark. This game does not make it quite as brutal. And yes, TBA 113 brings up a very valid point. Why did the carpenter not give you a bonus in repairing the wagon? Very strange. And Javier Online, the Model M does in fact have weapons. The mining laser is a shockingly good weapon. It's just not actually technically a weapon. I don't know of any third-party EULAs about Cosmoteer Lawrence Frazier, but I could be wrong. This game's been in development since, hold on, where is it? There's a number. 2011. And it's basically just like one guy's like hobby that he just keeps... he started this game and he just keeps working on it, and it just keeps going. Now, like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know. No weapons, my posterior. You know what mining lasers are good at? Cutting through steel. Because they're mining lasers. What it doesn't have is shields. And that's a problem for me. Because I like getting close and cuddly when I fight. And, you know. Yeah, I know railguns hugging floors, but we gotta last long enough to actually survive. I don't think I'm following Lawrence Frazier, but I mean, if the EULA puts you off, I can't like force you to buy the game or whatever. So, sorry, I guess. All right, what's this dorky thing got? A lot of armor and weird like structural bits that do nothing. It's like he cheaped out on the armor. Weird. And then just the 2 tiny cargo bays. Piece of crap. All right, repairing your ship. I think we know how to do that. We did that last turn. Flying your ship. We figured out how to do that too. Thank you. Combat tactics advanced. You can change how you want to approach the enemy. So I've basically been only been doing the distance thing. You can also do the direction thing, but the problem is as soon as the enemy ship turns, your direction turns with their turn. And you can't move as far away as you are as quickly as they turn. The game gets really, really weird if you try to lock your direction attack onto an enemy. Strange things, yeah, you don't want that. I tried that, weird things happened. And if they're clever enough, they can whiplash you right into an asteroid. Exactly. Yes. Well, no, JBro824, we didn't actually unlock these instructions when I did the live stream the first time. I should actually pause. Hold on. So I reset the tutorial when we did the live stream last time, and then naughty me, I went back and played the game some more, and that spawned all these additional tutorials. But honestly, play the game. The tutorials are somewhat obvious once you play the game enough. So, yeah, whatever. Move, attack, halt. Halt is actually a lot more useful than you think it is. And then technically you can actually fly your ship manually. I would not recommend that. It's a weird experience. We did not survive long enough for crew, squads, and roles to be useful, but hopefully we will this time. And I mean, now, okay. Lawrence Frazier, now I'm curious. Send me a message on the Twitters or hit up my email address or whatever the hell and let me know what I missed about the EULA, because now I'm just curious. And I mean, obviously I miss everything all the time. I make an industry out of missing things just because that prompts you humies to correct me on the YouTubes. And, well, after all, comments drive attention. So, I mean, when I say something wrong, y'all have to correct me, right? Funny how that works. All right, let's see here. Resources. We talked about how resources can only be one stack at a time. I can't put 5 uranium in this stack and then put 10 copper coils in the same stack. I don't know why, but that's how the game works. Faction reputation. I have not actually cared at all about faction ever. I probably am not just... Yeah. I mean, who reads them, honestly? Who honestly reads them? I don't. Career log. Where the flying fornication is my career log? Oh, there it is. Yay, nobody hates me. Yay. And I'm a Who! I live in Whoville, y'all! I do not, in fact, have the funny hair. Thank you very much. Alright. Let's see what our locals... Wow, that station is jacked. We're just going to go ahead and grab the bounties, because why not? We're going to leave those other things alone. Iron procurement. Ooh, that could be fun. And gold procurement. All right. And then he built a ship resembling a large blue box. Awkward. Yeah, nobody hates me right now. Shocking. Except on the YouTubes and on the Twitters. There are lots of people who hate me on the YouTubes and the Twitters, but right now, nobody in this game hates me. Monolith Cooperative, big blue box. Except it's not a cube. They were so close to greatness! And they missed. Fucking humies, man. Fucking humies. Alright. This is a mining ship without shields. How much do shields cost again? Because I like my shields. Fudge. Mistakes were made. Well, I can buy the shield generator, but I'm pretty sure I can't install it. Might be able to, though. Maybe. Why not? Let's go ahead and buy the damn thing. See what we can do. Alright. Weird, misshapen ship. Check. Reactors behind the cockpit, which makes a limited degree of sense. Check. So what if we go to blueprint mode and drop... that there. What's that? Oh, that's going to cost us 4,000. Yeah, that's not worth it. Never mind. Fucking floors. Oh man. You missed a whole damn thing. Wow. You missed a whole thing. Yeah. That was messy. That was, yeah. And the funny thing is that, for better or for worse, Strange New Worlds proved me correct with their each phaser beam has half the output of your local star. And yeah, 40k is never going to recover from that. Oof. I mean, at this point, it's just kind of like pouring on there's an idiom about this of pouring acid on the wound or something. Yeah. I mean, love Strange New Worlds or hate it, but Strange New Worlds successfully answered the question of whether or not Warhammer 40k could stand a chance against Star Trek. And the answer is simply no. The average Star Trek ship before the original series was putting out equivalent amount of energy as your local, a single phaser beam from a the original series starship in the Federation was putting out half the energy of your local star. And that's so far beyond the scale of anything that Warhammer 40k even thought of, that yeah, not only would you be crisping Imperial warships, you'd be crisping demons as well, because after all, void shields shunt that energy into the warp, and there would be so much energy in the warp that, I mean, maybe the Federation could simply close the Eye of Terror just by shooting at it, because I mean, wow, let's just dump various stars worth of energy into the Eye of Terror and see what happens. Worst case, we cauterize a whole pile of demons. And yeah, those beams can be set to stun. Salt in the wound. Yes, that's the phrase. Salt in the wound. Yeah. Now, I am conflicted about Strange New Worlds half the output of the local star numbers. I will happily agree that is bullshit. No joke. Because, yeah, starships can't carry that much antimatter on board and convert it successfully into energy seamlessly enough. On the flip side, I always had, no, in this case, local star means your local star, hugging floors, soul. Each phaser beam on a pre-TOS ship has half the output of soul. And all that said, like I was trying to say, I've always felt that warp drive required massively more energy than anyone was actually willing to admit in terms of Star Trek. Because let's think about this for half a hot second. You are literally warping the space around. Oh, come on, man! You are literally warping the space around you. How do you think that is going to go for you? And now I got to remember how to target this little dork appropriately. There we go. Would you fornicate elsewhere, please? I mean, changing the actual topology of the universe around you cannot be cheap. We're talking massive... Wow, we just totally just butt jumped here. All right, fine. Here I am trying to talk serious about Star Trek, and I'm just being totally destroyed by these idiots. And we probably won't survive this particular experience, but we're going to try! take care of that goddamn disruptor, please? Thank you. And then burn through to the reactor. But yeah, I mean, you're literally reshaping the topology of the universe around you. How much energy do you think that actually takes? Warp drive ain't cheap. Now, is it not cheap enough that your average defensive weapon can produce the same amount of energy as as half of your local star? I don't know. I think Star Trek has always been playing fast and loose with numbers. But, yeah, don't try to get in a number fight with Warhammer 40k fans. They don't like how things turn out. Well, so this is where people got very, very cranky in the conversation, TBA 113, is that it is canonical in Next Generation that the payload of a torpedo is approximately 1 kilogram of antimatter. And a torpedo has naturally a lot more than 1 kilogram of normal matter associated with it. So people were running the obvious math and drawing the obvious conclusions about what the payload of a torpedo in Star Trek might look like. I'm not going to fault them for that. We're going to discard all that. But the thing is, in Voyager, the 1 kilogram payload is setting 5 out of 10. Now, I'm not going to try to figure out how Star Trek managed to shove more antimatter into the same antimatter hole. Star Trek doesn't do physics well. I'm never going to argue that point for sure. But getting hung up on which kilogram is doing what was part of the problem with the complainers about how much damage was being dealt by Star Trek ships. My core contention, and I did not do a great job of expressing this at the time, but my core contention then, and it is now more easily expressible now because, crap, I don't have enough stuff. Hold on. Because I've thought about it more since then, after all. Is that Star Trek is literally making matter out of nothing and then returning matter to nothing at whim. That level of energy management is so far beyond anything in the Warhammer universe that it's just laughable. I mean, as someone pointed out on the Twitters, Humies are in the habit of putting dishes back into the replicator rather than simply washing them. And then those dishes are de-replicated, which I guess cleans them. Oh god, my guys are literally just collecting stuff out of space to... I should have... Wow. Okay. I did not expect that to be the outcome. I kind of assumed that the parts were on board, but no, we're just picking them out of space now. We are totally cannibalizing husks to make a bigger ship. So Lawrence Frazier, there is a lot of contention about how replicators actually work. There's some contention that they are simply making matter out of nothing. There is some contention that they are converting base levels of matter into other forms of matter. My contention is that it largely doesn't matter, pun intended. They are literally taking existing matter, breaking it down to energy, transmitting it, and then reconstituting it in probably different forms of matter. That level of control over energy and matter is just obscene when you think about it. Like I said, Humies were literally putting dishes, dirty dishes, back in the replicator rather than simply scrubbing them off and putting them in a cabinet. And this was treated as normal and totally inconsequential. The amount of energy moving around on a Federation planet, given that every household on a Federation planet is simply just reconstituting their dishes as opposed to cleaning them is obscene. I mean, it's so meaningless, the amount of energy necessary to break down a dish and store it, and then reconstitute it, is so meaningless that a human literally can't do their own fucking dishes. And I know a lot of you squishies use paper plates, and that's fine, whatever. Somehow that is less wasteful than simply putting a dirty dish back into a replicator to allow it to be broken down rather than rinse it off. I don't even know where to start with that. But yeah, a lot of people got a lot of cranky about me pointing all those little details out. That was a whole big thing. Yeah, you're not breaking those paper plates down into their component atoms. And paper plates, I mean, dissolve fairly well, right? I mean... Alright, I think we've used up all the usable materials we have available to us, so let's go home and sell some crap, and then buy some crap, and then expand the usable material space. So yeah, I mean, yes. Star Trek would utterly annihilate Warhammer 40k, even given the numerical differences. Because yes, even the... I don't even remember the blessed flagship of the Imperium, the massive, 50-kilometer long flying cathedral thing. Yeah, 3 or 4 Federation ships tossing the power of the sun at it. Well, there went that thing. Gloriana, there we go. Because, yeah, I mean... I'm not going to argue, Warhammer 40k tosses around a lot of big warheads, a lot of big numbers, a lot of high energy everything. But if we're talking half of the output of Sol, we are on a whole different scale. And as someone pointed out in the Discords that we maintain, yes, we do have a Discords. There's a link on our usual videos about how to join the Discords. It's actually canonical that the Federation would beat 40k, because 40k is living in the residue, the ruins of Warhammer 30k, basically. The what's it called? The golden era, or whatever the fornication it's called. It used to be that the Imperium in 40k had basically everything that the Federation has currently. And then shit went sideways, and now they're putting the Dark Age of Tech. They used to have everything. They used to be probably stronger than the Federation, and then they lost it all. Living in the ashes does not allow you to assume the same level of power as whatever came before you. Love it or hate it. I don't make the rules. And it's entirely possible, JBro824, that the Federation is the golden age of 40k. Now, I mean, Discovery fucked that in the ass because they had to do the stupid-ass burn bullshit. But I don't make the rules. Alright, now we can actually do some, configuration on this poor lopsided thing that I just slammed together because I needed more cargo space. Wait, I didn't still have all my copper? Why didn't I still have my copper? Oh, I have to unpause and allow the materials to move between A to B, right? Wait, I thought I sold everything. Didn't I sell everything? Did I not push the commit button? Was I dumb? I was probably dumb. I did not push the initiate trade button. Yeah, dork! You gotta push a button. And yes, Event Horizon, my goodness. Apparently, according to rumors, Event Horizon was literally meant to be part of the Warhammer universe. But predictable things happened. Predictable for Warhammer things happened. You know what I'm talking about. People got in the way of themselves. And, well, that did not happen. Okay, now for the crazy building part of the equation. Lots and lots of building. Oh, put that down. Hey, yeah, really. No, I didn't want to grab that. That. We can do it that way. Okay, fine. That'll work. That'll work. Push you out. We will clone you. I'm sure there's a way to mirror this. In fact, there is a mirror functionality in the game that I could use if I really cared, but I don't actually care that much because I'm not going to make a... I want the... Oh, that's not going to help. You are pointed the wrong direction, dude. There we go. Much better. Oof. All right. Now, the big question is, where does a shield generator have doors? And, of course, just in the worst possible areas possible. Because it's a shield generator. Totally useless otherwise than a shield generator. Fudge a muffin. That doesn't work there? You kidding me? Really? All right. As far as I can tell, Jbro824, Games Workshop just cares about making money, and everything else is ancillary to that. They don't care about the lore, they don't care about the stories, they don't care about the details, they don't care about the mechanics, they just don't care. And I'm not going to argue that they're exactly alone in that regard. There are a lot of universes right now where the owners, the operators, whatever you want to call them, just don't fucking care. And it is infuriating. Let's go with that. And I don't know a good short-term fix for it. I don't think there is a good short-term fix for it. Because they just don't care. And, I mean, what do you do when someone simply, legitimately, honest to great maker, does not give a flying fornication? I don't know. And like I said, this is a common theme across multiple universes of they just simply do not actually give a fuck. And I don't know, man. I wish I had a better answer. Trust me. Believe me when I say I wish I had a better answer. But the fact of the matter is, I do not have the currency, and probably neither do you, to actually buy back these poor, adulterated IPs from their current owners. So here we are. Yeah, missing crew quarters. No joke! Missing command room. No joke! I ripped it all out, you dork. It was all in the way. Every ounce of it was being a pain in the butt, so I ripped it out. Fine, be that way. Jackals. Alright, fine, sorry. I'm yelling at the computer. Alright. We've now put a buffer in between our fucking reactor and the rest of the world. This seems like a good thing. On a scale of 1 to good things, this seems like a good thing. Alright. Doors. Still missing a fire extinguisher. Fine, I get that. We'll work on the fire extinguisher, man. Give me a hot second. I hate that empty space, but I can't think of what anything to do with it right now. I guess we could slide over the... that thing. Then we just have that empty space there. Is that better? Worse? Not sure. Maybe better, maybe worse. All right. Let's actually up armor the ship a little. Because we do have shield now at least, but still, armor is never a bad thing. Trust me. Armor is definitely never a bad thing. And then we can throw cargo. Okay, we still don't have a fire extinguisher. We should probably put one somewhere, shouldn't we? Where's that? Fire extinguisher. There we go. Thank you. Cool. Fire extinguisher. Not a very useful fire extinguisher, but it's still a fire extinguisher. I'm not sure why this thing has the frontal thrusters, but maybe we'll figure it out. You can put a buffer of armor over the light shield generators as well. It's only the large... Oh. The Humi is correct. I can, in fact, armor up my light shield generators because they do not have the same problem as the heavy shield generators. It's the little things that matter, man. There we go. That's a much more heavily armored looking ship. Not very heavily armed at the moment, but we're still doing mining missions, so we'll just leave it be for the time being. Alright, we are under budget. Barely. We're halfway there. It's no big deal. And I need to go take care of something here at the shipyard momentarily, so I will be right back after these messages. One of my many annoyances with this game, and they are actually many, is that there's no variation in the armor. There's simply armor. There's no like heavy armor, light armor, cerofibrous armor. There's just simply armor. And kind of strange. I don't know. Seems like there should be options if you asked me, but nobody asked me, so here we are. Let me catch up on chat because I was too busy building my happy little ship. Thank you very much. And I would argue, actually somewhat strongly, that Lower Decks is strictly better than STD. Lower Decks at least understood what Star Trek was meant to be. They treated it as a comedy, yes, but, I mean, there are so many Star Trek episodes that are deliberately meant as comedies that I can't really fault them for that. STD treated it as a message platform, and yes, Star Trek was occasionally meant for that as well, but it was also primarily meant as a story. And STD's story is incoherent, bizarre, and just, I don't even know where to start. So, whatever. And of course we're doing full flying brick JBro 824. Last game we built a cube. Well, technically we built a square because it was two-dimensional, but still. Decelerate by turning! Litho braking. That actually works in this game, amusingly enough, TechMav. If you run into an asteroid, you do in fact stop. Doesn't actually do damage to you. But, I would argue hugging floors that STD was fine until they couldn't decide who the fuck the captain was. How many times did how many people get the job of captain in STD? I totally actually lost count. Because it went this way and that way and upside down and inside out and totally fucking stupid. And if a ship doesn't know her captain, then the ship is simply fucked. And now that we haven't actually done this yet, I have to actually unpause the game for this to execute. We're about to rip this damn thing apart. Are we? Oh, no, I have to actually execute the blueprint. Never mind. No, cancel. Make it so I gotta push the big green button. Duh. There's a big difference, Tor Jones 1701, between how the 1701 changed captains and how the Discovery changed captains. A significant difference. There we go. Alright. And now, we've done all the things, and now, we need a lot more than just 4 people on board. Because that ain't nearly enough. So, let's hire some folks. And yeah, I think the 1701 canonically only had 3 different captains. The Discovery had... Technically, I think the total sums to 4 captains, but I think there were at least 7 different turnovers. Because some people went from being captain to not being captain, then back to being captain again. And this is part of my problem. Alright, let's bring the newbies on board. Thank you, guys. Cool. We still only have the mining laser as our one and only weapon. Yay, us. Actually, I will disagree with that, HBR. STD's idea of a chain of command was more cultural friendship than corporate or even military. It was basically whoever was being nice to the crew. And, I mean, I hate to break it to you squishies, but captain's job ain't to be nice. To be cool. I mean, good hair does seem to go with the role, aside from Cisco. I'm not gonna. The STD did not actually elect their captain. No, that is technically incorrect. But what they did was the way they changed captain around so many times, it's hard to actually keep track of how they actually decided who the fornication was actually going to be the captain. Our-assed epic tier standard of like fucking hair. Because oh my great maker, Pike's hair in Strange New World is its own character. Sometimes it's like half an inch tall, sometimes it's 3 inch tall, and you don't ever know what's happening. It's amazing. I wouldn't wish STD on my worst enemy. I mean, I mean, so the funny thing is, if I actually went through and described all the various captain turnovers, you'd probably think it was the most awesome thing ever. Because one of the captains was actually a refugee is the wrong word, but a survivor from Mirror Universe. He actually came over and basically supplanted his normal universe Huey, and he got to be the captain of the Discovery. And he was a Mirror Universe Huey. I mean, how is that not a cool story element? And they still somehow managed to fuck it up. They literally had a Mirror Universe captain, and they couldn't be cool with it. Lorca was awesome. Lorca was an amazing character that was totally wasted in the worst possible way. I mean, here you've got a literal Mirror Universe captain, and you can't think of anything more interesting to do with him than, yeah. Spoilers, y'all. And then, what's her name? Ming-Na Wen's character, Section 31's headmistress. Don't even get me started on that. I cannot describe how much yeah. The Section 31 movie is an absolute travesty, even by, like, agnostic movie standards. I don't even know where to start with that. The first season of Babylon 5 is an outstanding show, as long as you don't pay attention to the special effects. It gets much better than this, trust me. It's just that they were budgetarily and technologically limited at the time. And, well, you got what you got. Come on, guys. Get over there. Oh, wow, man. I am jealous of you, Lawrence Frazier. Seeing Babylon 5 for the first time would be an amazing experience. I'm glad you're getting it, because, yeah, it is... The first season... Every Babylon 5 fan will agree that the first season is a lot rough. There will be no disagreement on that particular detail. But it gets so good. It gets so good. The fifth season maybe doesn't hold up to the middle seasons, mostly because there were some mixed signals about when the series would actually be ending, and J. Michael Straczynski tried to basically wrap it up in the fourth season, but then, like I said, mixed signals, and he got a fifth season after all. So that one's a little odd too, but man. Oh, sorry. Michelle Yeoh, not Ming-Na Wen. Sorry, my fault. HB is watching a YouTube guy who got to war without end and lost his shit. Well, that perfectly tracks, doesn't it? Man. Well, Stefan19K raises a valid point. Babylon 5 Season 5 is strictly better than Andromeda Season 3 and later. Cannot argue with that, sadly. Okay. Do we have enough money to put some actual guns on this damn thing? Maybe. Possibly. If we squint hard enough. Actual guns. What would actual guns look like? We haven't researched any actual guns. We have a mining laser. Oh, we have to buy the actual guns first. Because of course. Now, some Humie on your planet has been whispering in my auditory holes about rail guns. So, maybe we'll go down that path. And to get to rail guns, we have to go down standard cannon first. Boom. It's him, I'm the Humie. And then finally, railgun, which we don't have enough money for. So, never mind. Well, we unlocked the standard cannon. Yay. Okay. I guess we need to go mine some more crap, or buy some more crap, or do something else crappy. Cool. Let's go do that. Do we think we can reliably take someone on with how heavily armored our shield generators are? Why not go find out? Actually, why not save first? Because that's a good idea. Because I'm not that kind of dork. I'm not the kind of asshole who will save the game before doing something dumb and then reload the game if it goes bad. Of course I'm not. Also, mount the railgun centrally. There's no conversions. Hey, yeah, really. All right. Well, I mean, I've been trying to figure out how to build a bifurcated ship, so I guess this tracks, right? Oh, bigger asteroid belt. Well, that would have been good to know. Big asteroid belt. Hey, guys. I mean, I could make money just, like, mining the asteroids, but you're flying towards me, so we might as well go say hi, right? Hello! This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a lot. Yeah, this is not gonna be pleasant. Oh, you're flying away from me, you jackhole. You're one of those builds. Take out the freaking stun gun! Destroy the stun gun! Thank you! Once the stun gun is down, everything is gravy. Well, aside from our cargo compartment just being vented into space. That's not great. Okay, now he can't hurt us. We just lost a whole pile of hardware there. Oh boy. Need better guns than just mining laser. Check! There we go. Alright, let's mine the things maybe? Go forth and fetch, and then massively repair, please. Holy hell! We lost forward engines, and cargo area, and so many other things. That was not pleasant. That hurt. Give us all your stuff. We won in the end, right? I mean, whoever's still walking and talking afterwards wins, right? And yes, in fact, I do adore this style of music. I don't know what you call it, like I said before, but I hope you hear it. And it's wonderful background music. It's somehow like elevated elevator music, pun intended, maybe. Oop, catch up, dude. Catch up, catch up, catch up. Come on. There you go. You almost made it. Ambience, yeah. Or vacuum track. Vacuum track somehow seems insulting, though. I don't know. And yes, history is always written by the winner. Well, I'm kind of curious. I mean, it's not chiptune, but is it like Moog? Because I was recently informed that the Moogseum is actually in Asheville, North Carolina, which I never knew. I have not yet played Sins of the Solar Empire. It is actually in my library. I just haven't played it yet. My fault, I suppose. Alright. We're supposed to go find some gold for some people, right? Or some diamonds? Mahumi, I only got so many cycles, man. What in the world is Moog? Seriously? Holy potatoes. Alright, would someone please educate Space Cowboy from New Jersey on who the hell Moog is? Because I'm busy playing a game right now and, wow. Oh, no, I mean, diamonds can be refined from carbon. They can also be found in the wild. None of you have... What? Fornication's sake. Fine, fine, fine. The gentleman's name was Robert Moog. And yes, Moog is a synthesizer named after Robert Moog. Because he literally defined, developed, built the original synthesizer. All of the synth music you have ever heard, from Daft Punk to chiptunes, is all thanks to Robert Moog. Dude is a goddamn king in his fucking field, and none of you dorks know his name. Wow. Alright, fine. I mean, dance music, electro, fucking, like I said, yeah, wow, okay, just... Fine. Never mind. But yes, Robert Moog is the reason that basically electronic and electric music exists. The entire concept. Daft Punk owes their entire existence to Robert Moog. I mean, yeah. Also the theremin, yes, the theremin was a big deal as well. Not going to argue with, what was his name? Leo Theremin? It's literally named after Leon Theremin, excuse me. I kind of loved that the theremin is the only instrument that you can play without touching it. I mean, it's like the introvert's perfect instrument. I want to be played, but I don't want to be touched. How perfect given its adoption by science fiction. It's the cat of the instrument world, correct. And yes, the original series opening theme is played by a theremin, which is pretty freaking cool if you ask me. But yeah, Moog pretty much described music for your current world right now. Dude was, yeah, a nutcase like all edge musicians were, but there's no denying his effect upon your world. And apparently I'm pronouncing Moog wrong. Now I'm curious. Hold on. Moog. Well, see, that's what happens when you read words and not hear them. All right, fine. Robert Moog. My mistake. Yeah, father of Worf, Robert Moog. Well, great. I honestly, this is totally unironic here, but I'm glad I introduced you all to something you didn't know. Because like I said, 90% of the electronic music you know now is all thanks to Robert. Apparently his name is Moog. Father of Worf. House of Moog. Can you imagine Daft Punk introducing themselves as, "We are Daft Punk, House of Moog"? I mean, come on. That would be like the most perfect like microcosm of nerdetry ever. I mean, Revark 7210 raises a valid but inaccurate point. I'm not paid to educate you, but I do try to educate you to be better. So I'm glad that I'm being moderately successful here. They did sadly retire. Daft Punk is now defunct. Daft Punk is defunct. Yeah, I shouldn't go any further than that. But it would have been hilarious if they had actually introduced themselves as that. I don't know. Not all jobs are paid. If you're volunteering, is it a job? I know a lot of people who would argue no. Is anyone willing to argue yes, just for the sake of it? So, JBro824, I'm getting paid to produce content that convinces humies to watch that content. That doesn't mean that the content is educational. It just means that it draws eyeballs. And apparently I'm not actually that great at drawing eyeballs. Hopefully I'm better at educating you than I am drawing eyeballs. So, you know, take it or leave it, I suppose. Well, no, not all activities have to be rewarded monetarily, Javier Alon. You're correct. But we're talking about job. Like the concept, the core idea of the notion that you refer to as a job. I would argue that it is not actually my job to educate you. I entertain you, absolutely. But I do that because it entertains me as well, not because I get paid for it. And now we're getting into motivation versus payoff, which is adding another layer to the complication. My larger point that I was trying to drive towards and got sidetracked by more layers of complexity was that if you are not, do you have to be doing something professionally for it to be a job? Because I would personally argue that professionals are paid for their efforts. And I know that's an arbitrary distinction, and I know that will upset a lot of humies, but all the same, if you're being paid for something, you're probably a professional for it. If you're not, you're probably not. Or you don't have the right mentality of being of doing the thing, because if you're good at a thing, you should never do it for free. I mean, I know a lot of humies hate money and all, and then blah blah blah, so on and so forth. I totally get that. But the fact of the reality is that money is your current way of keeping score. And you can hate that or not, and it's somewhat immaterial to me. I'll keep cranking out episodes one way or the other, because the exchange for me is just I like doing it and you like hearing it, and the currency keeps the lights on. But in the larger frame of reference, I mean, as the saying goes, if you're good at it, don't do it for free. Is that wrong? I don't know. I like to think no. Why am I in cancel mode? Ah! What happened? Oh, right. Already executing. Yeah, if you're good at something, never do it for free. So, I mean, I'm good at entertaining myself. Coincidentally, I also entertain you. So, I mean, I guess I entertain myself for free? That somehow sounds wrong, doesn't it? Awkward. But, so, awkward conversation on top of awkward conversations. I'm deliberately proposing multiple options to the answer, deliberately, because I actually want you guys to think about this. I want you to think about, like, what your time is worth and what you are doing with it. I mean, I'll be brutally honest with you here for just a second. I have no idea why you're watching me play a game. I'm going to play the game anyways, because my value on my time is bizarre, and I do as I do whether I do or not. But in terms of opportunity cost for you squishies, I'm not going to say you could be doing something more useful, but I'm not going to say that this is the best use of your time either. I mean, I'm certainly not going to tell you to stop watching me playing games. That'd be silly, obviously. But on the flip side, I mean, if you are extracting value out of this, continue, please. If you're not extracting value out of this, oh, they're hailing us. How cute. 4,100 bucks. Yeah, no, you're pirates. Fornicate elsewhere and die. But if you're not extracting value out of this, I mean, do something else. You only have so much time in your existence, and watching some half-assed moron struggle bus his way through so many games maybe isn't the best way to expend your existence. I don't know. But that loops me back to currency is simply just a way of keeping track of, like, how much time of your existence you've spent doing something. It's not a bad thing in its own right. It's not a good thing in its own right. It's just simply a way of keeping track of, yeah, you've exchanged X amount of time for Y amount of currency. Was that a good exchange value? I don't know. I mean, what's your time worth? What do you think your time is worth? What does your employer think your time is worth? How do you adjust those numbers? And yeah, now we're getting all kinds of existential. You didn't expect existential craziness. So, I mean, I get what Strong or Huggin' Floors and Sean6860 and Mitchell Oates 9406, and please, for the love of fuck, would you guys lose the numbers off your goddamn usernames? I get what y'all are saying. I totally get, like, the idea, the notion of, like, assuming sports ball, being able to, like, interact with the sports ball player while they are engaged in sports ball things. Yeah, I mean, totally. That has some value to it, doesn't it? But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I always kind of wonder if, like, why don't y'all play these games yourselves? Why don't you have your own experiences playing these games, vacuuming up sulfur, and get better at these games yourself, and then go forth and maybe make better games or something like that. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm not trying to be detracting. I'm not trying to be mean. Trust me, you would know if I was trying to be any of those things. I'm just rambling as I do as live streams go on. That's all that's happening right now. And I know Huggin' Floors, you play this game. Huggin' Floors has been sliding me inside information about how to make this game better, and it's his fault that we're driving towards a railgunner type scenario right now. So blame him if this all goes sideways. Just so you know. And like I said, I'm not trying to be a dick, and I'm not trying to, like, say that you shouldn't watch my live streams. Obviously, you should. I'm not sure why, but you should. But in the meantime, I don't watch other softfonts play games because I don't understand why I would watch a softfont play a game versus playing the game myself. So it's not an insult to you. It's not a complaint per se. It's just a misunderstanding of base premises. Of if I enjoyed a game, I would play a game, as opposed to watching someone else play a game. You heard my viewership based off the reference on the M14 on the bridge. Real story, no joke. I did not make that one up. I totally extracted that one honestly from someone who was not willing to be extracted from. So yes, no, that much at least is legit. Maybe not politely acquired, but still legit. And I'm not crashing out. Here I am still. Oh, fornicate elsewhere. Blue. What? No. Fudge muffins. What did I do? Oh, for crying out loud. No work needed my ass. What did I do? Cancel. I forgot to turn on friggin' blueprint mode. I'm not crashing out. I'm just doing what I always do. Verbally expressing my internal thoughts in ways that may not be appreciated by my audience. I've done, I mean, that is basically Sacred Cow Shipyards in a nutshell. I say a whole pile of things that most of y'all don't like. And sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. And that's fine. I'll just keep saying things and it's okay. Yeah. Order of operations, yo. Order of operations. Autosave, thank you very much. Let's make this thing bigger and fatter. All right. So Mitchell Oates, I get that. Okay, that's a cool option. seeing games that you've never seen before and wanting to maybe play them afterwards is, yeah, shopping around. I get that. That makes perfect sense. And have a good one, Space Cowboy from New Jersey. And yes, honestly, half of these streams is entirely irrelevant to what I'm doing in the game. It's what y'all are doing in the chat. So yeah. And I'm glad you learned things, Ozark. I mean, like I said, I'm not convinced it's my job, but I don't hate dispensing knowledge to you squishy wishies. And by the great maker, I got in so much trouble. Well, I didn't get in any trouble at all. Someone whined so hard that I used the term fuzzy wuzzies recently. And it's just like, did you know that the term fuzzy wuzzies actually appeared in the fornicating Firefly series, meant totally non-problematically, and here you are whining about it. By the great maker. You humies will find anything to whine about. Literally anything. Yes, Kipling, I think, popularized the term fuzzy wuzzies, yes. And it did come up in Firefly, which is the episode in which I used the term fuzzy wuzzy. And Malcolm Reynolds was talking to a Shepherd Book about, shouldn't you be bringing religiosity to the fuzzy wuzzies or something like that? And Shepherd Book politely said he's got more than enough... what was the term he used? What was the term Shepherd Book used to describe the crew of the Firefly Serenity? He's got more than enough opportunities here. Heathens, yes, heathens, exactly. He's got more than enough heathens right here. To which Captain Malcolm Reynolds, of course, said, "If I'm your project, you got to look somewhere else." But yeah, I got no joke yelled at for using the term fuzzy wuzzy during the Firefly episode concerning the Tahuku class. And I'm just like, man, did you ever fucking watch Firefly? Ever? Sit down and shut the fuck up. Fuck off elsewhere, please. No one wants your whining, you jackhole. I'm just so tired of the self-important dorks who are like, you're using this term. And I'm like, yes, I am, deliberately. Fuck off. I don't know what you want. And yeah, exactly. JBro824 hit the button square on. If you feel like whining, there is the airlock. Please don't let it hit you in the ass on the way out. Seriously. If you're going to get so bent about the accurate use of a term that was used in the series that I'm literally talking about right now, fornicate elsewhere and expire quietly, please. Because I don't want to hear your whining no more. I forgot to buy the new reactor. Crap. Fine. Let's turn this off and save this real quick. Save and discard. Model M. Save that. Let's go buy the bigger reactor from from the obvious people. Sorry. I got so distracted in all the different ways that I'm talking these days. Oh, crap. This may not pan out. Let's find out. That was a lot more extensive than I anticipated. How do I load? Load. Load ship, replace existing. There we go. Load ship. Just load the damn ship. Cool. Does that? That does not work. Fudge muffins! Potatoes! Crap. Damn it! Alright. We gotta go mine a whole pile more crap, apparently. Crap. Just imagine me here saying crap over here a lot. It's fine. It's all fine. Perfectly fine! Damn it. Fudge. Well, I'm going to put a laser gun there eventually. That's what I'm planning on right there. But in the meantime, we're still going to make do with a freaking mining laser. It's fine. We are mostly all gamers. Yes. But no, I mean, like, seriously, I got yelled at for using fuzzy wuzzies in a Firefly-related fucking episode. And I'm just like, seriously? Are you trying to fuck with me right now? Because I feel like you're trying to fuck with me right now. But no, it seems like you're serious. And why are you so dumb? And I don't have a good answer for that yet. I just don't have a good answer for that yet. And that actually legitimately concerns me. So, Sean6860, the term fuzzy wuzzy is colloquially referring to humies on your planet with tightly curled hair who happen to have darker complexions than average. Maybe not even average. Darker complexion than Western type humans. It's basically a way of referring to natives in the African continent in general. It was, I think, popularized by, and I just totally dumped his name because apparently my memory banks are going under fucking repair. The guy who wrote all the military-related poems. Kipling, yes, Rudyard Kipling, thank you. By the Great Maker. The term fuzzy wuzzy was in fact popularized by Rudyard Kipling by way of the poem Fuzzy Wuzzies, in which case, in which circumstances, he actually gave them like massive amounts of respect because they did what needed done. And apparently over the time, using this term in general means you're referring to apparently African individuals, which is inaccurate. Especially since, Captain Malcolm Reynolds was talking to an African individual when he was talking to, Shepherd Book, asking him if there weren't any fuzzy wuzzies nearby that he could bring his religiosity to. So, I mean, if Shepherd Book, honestly, pretty much the entirety of Captain Malcolm Reynolds' existence offended Shepherd Book. But if Shepherd Book could swallow that, whiners can too. And yes, Lawrence Fraser's correct. It's just that Rudyard Kipling's poem, like I said, started out kind of trash-talking them and ended with giving them all the due. So, if you trust Rudyard Kipling about the diddly-fiddly-biddly bits about being an infantryman in that period, and I do, then yeah, trust him on this too. I don't know, Tarmac. Shepherd Book is confusing and conflicting for me. Not because of the series, but because of what they did to him afterwards. I hate the follow-up. I really, really hate the follow-up. Mostly because they could have done the correct answer and made him another operative, and they didn't. And I still don't know why. And yes, the kneecap thing exactly is why they should have made him another operative, and they didn't, and I still don't know why. No, Strong Dreams right here, he is not an ex-operative canonically. According to the comic series that actually described Shepard Book's previous experience, he is a double, or depending on how you count it, triple, what's the term? Crap. Words, man! Words! Double agent or triple agent? There we go. Yes, thank you. Wow. I'm so busy over here mining iron that I totally dropped the word agent. Depending on how you treat the comic book treatment of Shepard Book, he's either a double agent in that he used to be an independent and was recruited by the Alliance, and then through a massive Alliance operation in the favor of the Independents, or he started out as an Alliance born and bred, got courted by the Independents, got folded back into the Alliance, and then still through the Alliance operation in the end because he aligned with the Independents. And yeah, it's tremendously disappointing. Because that's just such, I mean, I know double agents, triple agents, secret operatives, this, that, and the fornicating other are so cool and neat and all the rest of that nonsense. But I mean, the operative in Serenity. Oh, hold on. The comics are called The Shepherd's Tale, from my brain. The Shepherd's Tale, and I wish they didn't exist, because yes, describing the Shepherd as a former operative is so much superior in my opinion. Him being one of those former faceless, remorseless, moralless goons who suddenly realized one day that, or not, maybe not suddenly, but eventually realized one day that this is not right. That is so much better than him just being like, welcome to the highest bidder, I'll take whatever I get. And yeah, they severely weakened the Shepherd's entire storyline by making him a double triple agent. It was dumb. And all the fan stories about him being a former operative were already out there. There was no question that was totally a possibility. But yeah, they squandered all that. And yes, if work is holding you up tomorrow, please go to bed, Internet Gravedigger. I'm just fumbling and bumbling along, as I always do. Alright. We were trying to put in a bigger reactor, right? Yes, we were trying to put in a bigger reactor. We ain't got the funds to do that yet, and mining is going to be slow and dumb. So let's go make new friends. Let's go make new friends. Why not? Ooh, newer friends. You have a picture with the 1812 DRD? Holy hell. That's a flex. Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to do with that flex. And yes, I know there are legal consequences of like adopting a fan storyline, but it still made more sense than he was simply a wishy-washy bitch. And that's basically why I hate what they've reduced Shepherd Book into, because they made him into a wishy-washy bitch, which is not what Shepherd Book is. Hey, Osric the Otaku, welcome to your first live stream. We are playing Cosmoteer. You make it messy. Although I have no trades. Are we talking generically or more specifically in some specific fashion? Because y'all know my thoughts on the Venator class cruiser, so what are you driving towards? That's a hyperdrive. That's a cockpit. That's cruise quarters. I could theoretically blow the engines off and then it'd be dead in space, but we'll just dig through to the reactor. It's fine. Someone else is shooting at him. Why is someone else shooting at my target? Oh. Hello, Bite. Why are you being a dick, yo? No, I don't want you to drag the gun. I want you to go ahead and shoot this stupid thing. Well, shields are holding. For now. Take care of the goddamn gun, please. Thank you. And now the cockpit behind it. And then the ship should be dead. And there we go. Boom. Bite is gone. Apparently Nettleson is still somehow struggle bussing along because I haven't killed it yet. What? Alright, fine. You're dead too. Dorks. Alright, my crew, go forth and pick up. I mean, so JBro824, someone tried to point out on Twitters that the primary battery of every Star Wars warship is their fighters. And I feel that is like catastrophically wrong and totally misunderstanding the Imperial line of battle. Because the the Galactic Empire views fighters as totally expendable, like picket ships. They don't care if they live or die. They are simply there to hold off the enemy for the time being. The Galactic Empire's primary form of battle is broadside to broadside. And that is what fucking ISDs are built for. Yeah, the Empire tends to treat fighters like ammunition. Exactly that. So, yeah. Oh, damn. Huggin' Flores has dropped a photo in the Discord. And if you're not a member of the Discord, you should look up the latest video I dropped, and there's a link to the Discord, and you might be able to see it. But yeah, I mean, someone tried to argue that, like I was trying to say, that all ships in Star Wars treat their fighters as their primary battery. And that's just wrong. The Rebels sometimes treat fighters as their primary batteries, but even then, that's a questionable argument because, like, Nebulon B class frigates do not use fighters as their primary batteries. They barely have a fighter bay. They strap their fighters onto the outside because they have no fighter bay. So, I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people get confused by the jack-of-all-trade Mon Calamari ships. Because technically, yes, they are jacks of all trades, and technically, yes, they win more than they lose. But that's mostly because their design is insane, not because they're particularly jack of all trades. The people designing them really have no, like, design in mind. They're not organic ships, but they are grown, and then whatever comes out is what you get. And there's no standard pattern for any Mon Calamari ship. So when you expect there to be a turbo laser battery on this Mon Calamari ship, because that's where you see a turbo laser battery on the last Mon Calamari ship, oh no, that's just like a useless cargo hold. The turbo laser battery is over there somewhere, because this one grew differently. What? That's not jack of all trades. That's just, we hate our fucking maintainers. So, all that said, I'll be right back while y'all chat amongst yourselves. And I always wonder what will happen when I drop back into these live streams while an ad is still running. I mean, do you just hear me over the ad, or are the ads already done? I don't know. But I didn't post a Discord link. Let me see if I can dig one up real quick. The Discord links are always on the usual videos we drop, but please stand by. I'll go ahead and drop one just because I'm nice. For example, if you watch the Alliance Cruiser episode, because apparently the A/B testing decided that the Alliance Cruiser title was better than the Tohoku title, there was a link to it too. But let me go ahead and drop it right now, because I'm nice like that. There we go. One link coming right up. Oh, so that's what I'm wondering from my brain. Is would I cut the ad off, or would I just like talk over it? I don't actually know. All right. Anyways, back to the mining operation. What was I trying to say? Oh, right. Jack of all trades nonsense. Well, like I was trying to say, I don't. The problem is there's no real. The only actual good jack of all trades I can think of in science fiction universe is the literal Battlestar Galactica herself. And she is an exception by herself because, yeah, she did everything pretty okay in the end. And, I mean, like I said, she's kind of an exception in existing by herself. I mean, she launched fighters, fine. She recovered fighters, fine. She threw down, fine. She sucked up, fine. So, I mean, I don't know of any good other examples of jack of all trades that didn't suck ass. And maybe that's just me. I could be wrong. I'm not going to argue that point. Well, the SDF isn't really a ship, is it? I mean, it's a goddamn city in space, right? Yes, cannons need ammo. Thank you. And there is a factory that can make ammo. We don't have any of that yet, but fine. So, I mean, Lawrence Frazier is right. The Galaxy class is also a jack of all trades, but it's a jack of all trades in, like, the most catastrophic way possible. For example, did you know that the average Galaxy class left Utopia Planitia with at least 30% of the hull empty. 30% of the volume of a Galaxy class was left empty as she left the shipyards that built her, because it was meant to be largely interchangeable. They would delete sections and add sections as missions came up or left. So, I mean, once again, we're talking about a jack of all trades on a scale that is beyond most settings, where if we're about to bring on a sulfur-breathing species, fine. We're gonna use that 30% of our empty volume to develop a sulfur-breathing environment, and they can live there. And once they're done, we need to rescue all these refugees from this oxygen-breathing environment. Delete all the sulfur-breathing crap, turn it back into energy, convert it back into matter using whatever structure we're using, and make an oxygen-breathing environment from this massive number of refugees. And around and around and around it goes. So, I mean, jack of all trades in that case is like multi-pronged, because once again it highlights just how totally stupid Star Trek is in terms of so many different things. Also, I would totally point out how stupid it is how long we've lasted with just a pair of mining lasers, no actual weapon yet in the ship. That's kind of wild. And yeah, Mitchell Oates actually hits on a very valid point of the Galactica herself was fucking huge. Oh yay, shipyard! Bits and pieces everywhere. Maybe we'll just take a second and do some mining. Maybe. Maybe not. Down speed. There we go. We'll just do some mining. And then I can jab her away. I mean, yeah, the Galactica cheated much the same way the Galaxy class cheats, because both of them are just stupid large. And, I mean, size matters, and that's what she said, right? So, yeah. So many useful bits! So many useful bits! Lap! Ship graveyards are your friend, trust me. Man, we are just hoovering this crap up. Alright, fine. Oh no, you're totally right. From my brain, the animation of the thrusters is amazing. They really go out of their way. Hishia goes out of their way to like specifically animate every thruster firing or not firing. It's kind of fun. Zoop. Call my ship the Hoover, y'all, because we suck it all up. And we're full. But, good news, we sucked up some crap that can actually allow us to add more space. More storage! We just use the stuff we picked up to make more space, to pick up more things. I love it. Here, hold this. You tried for the Discord and you were rejected. All right, now I gotta check what happened. I may have to update the link. Hold on. And I remember how Discord works, like, not at all. Where's the buttons that I'm looking for? Access. Invites. It's supposed to expire never. How do I get the code out of this? How do I get the code out of this? Please stand by for additional details. That is the correct code. It didn't like your confirmation email link. Well, I can't help with that. The Discord link looks valid as far as I can tell, and it's good for infinity time, which is what I meant it to be good for. And it's been used, in fact, recently, because someone showed up just today, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I would suggest going back to the last video and using the link there. Oh. Yeah, I can't speak to using a Raspberry Pi to doing anything aside from Raspberry Pi holing and some other stuff like that. And to answer another question upstream, I have not done a video on the SDF-1 from Robotech. My opinion on anime is fairly known. I may eventually get there, but it won't be anytime soon. How about that? And go forth and fetch. We are going to build the biggest, stupidest freighter out of this stupid ship ever. The biggest, the stupidest freighter ever. The totally biggest and totally stupidest freighter ever. Oh yeah. This is going to be ridiculous. Alright, how can we start being dumb about this? Totes my goats dumb. Oh, this is going to be so bad. I bet I can shove this up there. Yes, I can, in fact. Nice. Alright, cool. Put that there. Shove. No. Ah! Not what I meant to do. Shove that up there. Shove that up there. Delete the fire extinguisher. No one cares about that right now. We will instead shove the fire extinguisher. Where's the damn fire extinguisher? There it is. We'll instead shove the fire extinguisher. Right there. Cool. Fire extinguisher. Nope. Maybe we should rotate it. There you go. Much better. Everyone's happier with that setup. Cool. And now, all the cargo. All the cargo. So much cargo. Boop. I have no idea how exhaust stops mattering after a certain distance, but I don't really care. We are about to have, well, it would help if I actually executed the thing that I just set up. Please stand by. No. Make it so. Go forth. Do the thing. Zippity-doo-dah. Yeah, I really have no idea how, like engine exhaust stops mattering after a certain distance. But it stops mattering after a certain distance, so here we are doing the thing. Zippity-doo-dah. Just breaking down old ships. What are you doing? I mean, come on. Really? We're just picking up bits and pieces, y'all. Bits and pieces. And I'm running out of oxygen, apparently. Oopsie-doo. Hope no one dies. If you did, it's your fault. You're filling up our cargo base with so much steel. Oh my god. Maybe I shouldn't like finish off this entire freaking mess by myself right now. Because, wow. Don't suffocate, you idiots. So much cargo. Okay. Let's take a break. Maybe go kill something. And then maybe make something out of all this cargo we picked up. You can enclose those engine exhaust plumes with armor. Of course you can. Why not? Farragus finally got up to eat so I can go pee. Congratulations, Tarmac. You have been released from your feline duties. So the funny thing is, if you look at the ship, oh, the center of gravity isn't that far off. So the center of gravity only really cares about, like, squares, not what's in the square. Because I would, like, argue that, well, I mean, the engines are symmetrical. I'm not sure. I mean, okay, so the cargo. The cargo is decidedly asymmetrical right now. But the center of gravity is about where you'd expect it, given the square on this stupid-ass ship. It's a mining laser. That's what it does. In this case, it mines steel. The hard way. The very, very hard way. It's such a bad idea. That's what I want to hit. That's what I want to hit. You gonna run away from me? You're literally gonna try to run away from me. You idiot. And you're not running so fast now, are you? Jackal. There goes your crew. Oops. Hope you didn't need him. Somebody got back in. I saw somebody getting in the airlock hatch. Wow. Really? You want to get back on this ship? That seems a bit strange. Because there went your hyperdrive, and your reactor's about to go too. Boop! Oh, look, some resources to gather. It doesn't matter if they belonged to someone else before. They should have thought of that before becoming pirates. I mean, I will argue that the shipyard's policy on pirates has been consistent no matter what game we play, aside from, yes, Breachway, where they force us to play as pirates, and that still just gives me some degree of angst. It's very dumb to play that. If I want to play the flagship, I have to play a pirate. Annoying. Alright, pick up all the bits and pieces, y'all. Oh, also fix your shit. One steel plate is all it takes. And that's what she said. Is that what she said? I don't know. No, Dockmaster does not like pirates. And what's funny is Dockmaster adores Pirates of the Caribbean. There is no... Well, that's not true. Okay, let me rephrase. Pirates of the Caribbean, the first movie, is right up there for me with Down Periscope. It's not a comedy, it's not an action movie, it's a documentary. In a different way than Down Periscope is. Now, all that said, pirates can fornicate off and expire on their own time. So, take that for what it's worth. Now, let's go turn this massive pile of steel scrap into something more useful. Maybe. It's not that I like pirates from my brain. It's just it's not even aesthetic. What's the term I'm looking for? It's gestalt, perhaps. It's so. I mean, the problem with Pirates of the Caribbean is Jack's origin story is omitted from the first movie, and in fact from all successor movies as well. He didn't actually start out as a pirate. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here. But he did not actually start out as a pirate. He started out as simply a contractor for the East India Trading Company. Until the East India Trading Company forced him to ship a load of slaves, which brings up what Huggin' Floors is saying right now. People ain't cargo, man. Well, I mean, no one starts out as a pirate, no. But a lot of people choose piracy simply because it's cheaper than the alternative. Captain Jack chose piracy because he didn't think humans were cargo. And, I mean, I get that. Humans aren't cargo. I have a hard time arguing with his conclusion. And yes, as hard as he would argue to the contrary, he does in fact have some limited degree of morals. And he decided, for better in my opinion, that humans are not cargo and, well, kicked off his massive piracy campaign. I mean, that makes him a pirate, yes, but does that make him wrong? I'd argue no. So. And Lawrence Frazier is correct. The documentation on pirates leads to two major conclusions, and most of the official documentation leads to the first conclusion rather than the second. But that could be a problem of the victors write the history books. And yes, you are remembering right, J-Bro. That's exactly what we're talking about. Now, I have been entreated, challenged, warned to produce a railgunner ship out of this monstrosity that we've been building so far. Have a good one, Huggin' Floors. We're going to do the railgun thing. You're going to miss it. Sorry. Yes, wait, he's doing railguns. Yes, I have enough money now. Wait, I will wait for railguns. Mac Daddy! Oh, God. Railguns! Railguns are modular, custom-linked projectile weapons constructed out of multiple parts. The longer the railgun, the more damage it will do, and the longer its range will be. Every railgun requires a launcher module on the forward end, which shoots out projectiles at high velocity. Railguns can also have any number of optional accelerator modules. Each accelerator increases the range, damage, and penetration depth of the projectile. And that's what she said. The last, every railgun requires a loader module at the aft end, which is where the projectile ammunition is loaded by the crew. Tip: each launcher and accelerator module must be individually powered by batteries delivered by the crew. If a single launcher or accelerator module is not powered, the entire railgun will be unable to fire. The loader module only requires standard cannon ammunition and does not need to be powered. That's funny. So, if you know anything about cannons in this game, the standard cannon requires 1 round of ammunition, the large cannon requires 4 rounds of ammunition, and the deck cannon requires 10 rounds of ammunition. But the railgun only requires 1 round of ammunition. So, you know, it's 1 round of ammunition going really honking fast. So fast. So stupid fast. Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch. Yeah, that is a lot of rounds going down range, isn't it? I mean, it's literally 10 rounds. 10 rounds right there. 10 rounds of projectile ammunition. I want to build a deck cannon ship at some point, but I was talked into building a rail cannon ship, so here we are building a rail cannon ship. Let's see how we can figure out how to do that. Because I don't know yet. It's going to be interesting. How big are the rail cannon modules? Because I have never actually played with one yet. Oh, they're just 2. Oh. Prohibited area. That's because there's shit in front of it. Fine. That makes perfect sense. Okay. Okay. We can work with this. We can work-ish with this-ish. Sort of. Kind of. Maybe. Alright. Rail cannon. Rail cannon go here. Check. Oh, fuck off. Blueprint mode. Blueprint mode engage. Fuck off. Dork. Well, either way, we're double shielded. So we'll put that there. Oh, wait, no, hold on. They have to be powered, right? They have to be powered. We'll put that there. Has to be powered. Check. And then we'll put the accelerator. No, not the accelerator. We'll start out with just a single stack and see how that treats us. Now we have to put it in the reactor somewhere because we just lost a reactor. Oopsie-doo. Minor detail. And we have to feed this thing ammo. We have to feed this thing ammo. We have no ammo right now. Why can't I? Oh, because the mining laser. Right. Okay, fine. We could scoot that back a little. Fine. We'll scoot that back a little. 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 Stay. All right. That lines up with everything nicely. We put in some additional doors just to facilitate things moving around. We'll put in a cargo bay because we just deleted one. Boop. And I feel certain that our current power plant is insufficient, but or missing fire extinguisher, right? Oh, right. We have this massive honking insanity behind us. I'm pretty sure we can just delete most of that right now. Okay. If we need that, we'll remake it. How about that? We will totally remake that if we need that. If we get into a situation where we need that, we'll remake it. Can the railgun point backwards? Probably. But I think the point of the railgun's gestalt is to provide more forward thrust than you have backward thrust. We ain't there yet, but we might get there. Please stand by. All right, we have one railgun with no ammo. And we have a lot of money left over, so let's see how this works out in the end. Make it so. Make it so. Push the button. Insufficient tri-steel. Ah, crap. What's the hang-up? Fudge! I need more tri-steel. Fine. How do I buy tri-steel off you dorks? Tri-steel. Buy it all. I'll take all of it! I'll take your whole stock. And then let's check in again. Got any more tri-steel? No. Okay, well, we're not doing railguns right now. You blipped an entire station with one salvo? By the great maker. Okay. I'm sorry, Tarmac. Damn. Now I'm curious what the hell's broken. Hold on. Let me make a new code real quick. Let me make a new code. Please stand by. Please stand by. Where do I do that? Data invites. Create invite link. All right. Try that one instead. And hopefully that works, and if it doesn't, I don't know what to do. I honestly kind of hate Discord, so, I mean, I'm not maybe the best person to be doing Discord things, but I know where to get Tri-Steel. Let's go get some Tri-Steel. I am sure there's some Tri-Steel out here. Gather all the things. Go forth, my minions, and collect. Actually, come back here and do this. Nope, just grab that crap. Okay, there you go. Much better. How are you guys running out of oxygen already? Program maker. Please stop suffocating yourself. It's not healthy. I like that multiple tried to leave with low O2 warning, and then they had to go back home again. What is wrong with you guys? I admire the hustle, but come on. Don't die, you morons. I will not find any Tri-Steel. Oh, that's sad. Maybe I'll buy some more after I sell off some crap. Still no Tri-Steel. Alright, fine. Now I've got a cargo hold of stuff I don't know what to do with. Well, fine. Greetings from your laptop! What if I want to save that? Ah! Mistakes were made. It's fine. Okay, in the meantime... Oh, let's be totally stupid about everything. Because it's funny when we're stupid, right? Oops. Yep. Alright. Well, if I won't find any Tri-Steel there, we're going to go make some Tri-Steel, shall we? I can try to buy the blueprint, you're right. That's not wrong. How do you make Tri-Steel? Refinery blueprint, refinery blueprint, refinery blueprint. Cannon, blah, 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 blah. Steel. Tri-Steel. Consumes tritanium. Requires hypercoil factory. Which requires steel smelter. Which requires coil factory. That seems very expensive. Let's go kill some people and see if we can get it easier that way. Exactly. We came to the same conclusion at the same time, Huggin' Floors. Let's go kill some people. late game in this game is a very vague notion. I've gotten to the late game in this game never leaving the first fucking system, so I mean, you gotta be careful with that terminology. There are other stations in the system we can go visit, yes. And man, my ship is so slow these days. Oh, it's one of these idiots. I love these guys. Such a weird design. Like, are point defenses ever going to get through anything? I mean, I guess so, apparently, because my shields fell because I didn't keep them charged enough. So, yes, technically point defenses will get through something. Answer my own question. There we go. Boop. And no ship for you. Yes, that big old badonkadonk has a massive part of why I am so fucking slow. So slow. So slow. So slow. So slow. I should probably sell some of that off. Alright. Let's go back home and sell off some of this crap, and then we'll figure out what to do about the tri-steel scenario. So slow, Nebula. Also, I'm only doing like 50 meters per second. Oh man, that's so stupidly slow. Alright. Hello! Yay, bounty. You got any tri-steel? You ain't got no tri-steel. Oh, you do. Yay. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. One way or the other. We should probably sell off some of this stupid amount of steel that we have right now. Because that maybe is a lot more steel than we actually need. Maybe we should, like, have that. You know? Just a little. It's okay. We don't need that much steel, man. Okay. And he farted. I'm assuming you're talking about the kitten, Tarmac. Oh, what was I doing with this design? I forgot to save it. Totally my fault. Okay, let's try this one more time, and this time we'll try to save it. Zippity zap. Zippity zap. And technically that's all I really need. But I need 20 tri-steel. And that ain't nearly it. We ain't got nearly enough on board yet. Alright. And it does need door access. Right. Alright. I gotta adjust that slightly then, don't I? Reactor, come on back. You come on back. You come on back. We can put it right there. And put that right. No, we can't put that right there. We can put that right there. And right there, right there. Alright. And the reactor up here. And then cargo bay right. Nope, not there. There. And nope, it's not that. And then delete all his stupidity back here. Because we've got a little bit of stupidity going on. And then put a fire extinguisher somewhere, you know, like here-ish. Except facing the other way, because that's not actually useful. There we go. And I just totally fornicated off about that. Okay, so now we save that. And once we have enough tri-steel, which is 20, this will be a minute. All right, fine. 20 tri-steel. If it's stupid and it works, I know where to get iron. Mine parts? Not sure where mine parts come from. Oh, we do have a rich uranium. So we can sell that off pretty easily. Cool. I know where to get iron, though. Nope. So let's unload some enriched uranium. What do we require? 5. I know we need it later, but money right now doesn't hurt. What? Well, that's some bullshit. Some significant bullshit. That should have worked. Why didn't that work? Well, that's 25 iron. Oh, well, that would be why it didn't work. 3 seconds left on the clock. It's the little things that matter, man. It's the little things. Deliver 25 iron. We can do that. We'll send all 40 at you. How about that? Boom! Alright. Well, we've got all the money in the world. Now we just need to get friggin' tri-steel or whatever the hell it's called. They still don't have any more. Boo! Apparently railguns are hard to come by. Let's go make new friends! Can't go any faster. Sad. Still going only 50 meters per second. Need bigger engine. What is that? Well, we could once again have a fleet, or just simplify everything and just harvest that bitch. And we're gonna harvest that bitch. Yeah. We need new fleets. Why are hyper jump beacons entirely undefended? Kind of strange. And squirrel. Okay, fine. We'll go fight him instead. As slow as this stupid-ass hammerhead ship turns. We gotta do something about this thing's combat efficacy. It ain't so great. Hey, dork. I want to go shoot you. Don't come back here. Can I actually chase you down? I don't know. Nope, I can't. Ah, it's getting away from me. Never mind. we gotta dump some weight or get some bigger engines. Ouch. We are the fat yo. There he is. Can we chase this idiot down? We can, in fact, chase this idiot down. He's trying to run away from us. Sneaky little dork. Oh, the frickin' tasers. I hate tasers. One taser down. Come on! Dig through it. There we go. Oh, wow. Part of your ship just fell off, man. Was it supposed to do that? Because it doesn't seem like it was supposed to do that. I'm like gnawing at the side of your ship. Are you okay? Oh, God. Oh, wow. It went full turbo mode. Ah! Well, at least it stopped. Try spinning, that's a good trick. He really did. He really, really did. Full turbo mode. Oh boy. Alright. Let's go ahead and finish off our fugitive bounty hunting missions, because I mean, why not? What else are we doing in this stupidly slow tub? Hello. Are you not the guy I'm looking for? You might not be the guy I'm looking for. That'd be funny. Random passing pirate. Might not actually catch him. He is definitely not the guy I'm looking for. I might catch him though, which I might want to. Let's cruise on past. Let's go after the guy we're actually looking for. And I'm not sure how I know, but somehow I know. What you got? Oh, you're just a pile of point defenses. That's really... There went half the point defenses. And our shields aren't doing great, I'll grant. But there went the last point defenses, and now we're just chewing through his ship. Boop! Good night. Have a good one, Mitchell Oates. And Revark. Sorry, hung up on playing the game. I guess I suppose I should call it after a while, since we've been here over 2.5 hours already. How long do sports ball games normally last on your planet? Because, I mean, 2.5 hours is getting up there, isn't it? Since I went on a whole freaking tangent earlier about comparing my live streams to sport balls. I know, hugging floors, but I can't get the frickin' tri-steel crap. I'm sorry. Apparently the tri-steel stuff is a hang-up. Did not see that coming. I would note that the ion weapons that I talked to you about earlier do not rely on tri-steel, I don't think. So take that for what it's worth. Tri-steel. Tri-steel! 12! I need 8 more! Fudge. Still don't need this much actual steel. I could just go full mining laser mode. I mean, honestly, hold on. That actually has some value to it. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I can make that work in the stupidest way possible. All right. We are doing full stupid mining laser mode. All right. We can do this. I know. I have faith we can do this. full stupid mining laser mode. Let's move the reactor back a little. We're gonna upgrade the reactor because this is gonna suck down so much power. Oh man. Oh, that one's pointed the wrong direction. Why is that one pointed the wrong direction? Turn around, you idiot. The god of frustration. Oh, the mining lasers. Oh, we're gonna need a honker of a reactor to power this. Oh boy. How are we gonna place everything that needs to be placed? You can go right there. That'll work just fine. And then you can go right here. And then you can come over here. Okay. And then you guys can move out a little. That'll work just fine. Ah, no. And then... Alright, let's see here. Yes, we're missing a fire extinguisher. That's what the game is concerned about. We're missing a... we're missing everything else going on in the ship, and we're missing a fornicating fire extinguisher. Love it. You idiot. Obviously, that's the priority. Oop. Nope. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Fire extinguisher. Because of course, apparently we need one. Might as well put it in the reactor room, because where else would it go? Oh, we're going to add some more engines. Don't you worry about that. We're going to add some more engines, yes. We're going to shove a standard thruster in a standard thruster, because what else would we do right now? And yeah. That looks about mining mode maximized, doesn't it? How's the power doing? Where does that come from? Suggested 3.4, we're providing 4.5. That seems perfect. Needs more mining lasers. Needs more people is what it actually needs. It needs a whole crew right now, because someone's going to be feeding all these stupid mining lasers. Oh my gosh. All right. What we also need is armor over the engines, because we can actually do that. Hold on. There we go. That'll help a little. And yeah. If this works, I don't know what I'm gonna say if this works. Oh my great make. But we're gonna do it because it's funny. Woo! That got exciting fast. And actually, while we're on the topic of engines, we should go ahead and slap a tri-way on the outside of this stupid thing. Yep. Or can I? No, I can't. Can I? Can I get away with that? I can get away with that. Oh, nice. Alright, cool. And now I just have to stow all the crap that we ejected into space. Oh no, did we put in airlocks? I think we forgot airlocks. Oh no. Ah! Hold on. Hold on. No, wait. Small detail. Oh no. We have one airlock. Okay, we have one. That's a good start. Okay, there we go. Now we have two. Let's get some more Humies on board, shall we? We're just gonna hire Max. Alright, there we go. Airlocks might be a good idea. No joke. And now the ship is still full. Alright, we gotta unload some more crap. All of that work and the ship is still full. Right. Let's have the amount of steel we have on board again, maybe more than half, really. Drop it down to 1,000, give or take a little. We'll drop this down a little as well. Alright, initiate trade. There we go. Okay. Maybe sell some more steel, because that's still a lot. We need the Hyperion, but we don't need that much. So we'll sell off some of that too. And we'll sell some of this down to... let's go down to 500. There we go. That should do us for the time being. Okay. Okay. There we go. You must construct additional cargo bays. Story of my life, man. Story of my life. Well, now he's out of the nebula. Yeah, 82 meters per second ain't bad. I mean, considering we were just pulling 50, that ain't bad at all. We might catch him. Probably won't. No, actually, we are cutting down the distance rapidly. Come here, you. Stand still. Oh, shit. Never mind. Cancel my last. Wow. Wave off. Wave off. That was a lot of red dots. Nope. Hard nope. I got it. I got it. I don't got it. Wow. He went down. Cancel my last. Do not pursue the enemy closer. I mean, this is the, what is this? The 250th anniversary of the, no, it's the bigger number of the battle of crap. I don't know. The big one that the British did against the Spanish and the French. Pursue, engage the enemy more closer. Nope, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Nope. Trafalgar. It was Trafalgar? That was my go-to, but I couldn't convince myself that was correct. All right, fine. It was the Battle of Trafalgar. Where'd he go? There he is. Engage the enemy more closer. Gotta love the guy who was like literally dying on the lead ship of his insane maneuver. And his last order was, no, get closer to them and fuck them in the face. I mean, credit where credit's due, man. Dude literally put up and did not shut up. So, yeah. Alright, does this work? Does this absolute insanity actually work? Let's find out. You put your cockpit right there? Mistakes were made. Bah! Oh my god. That is way, way, way too many cohesive beams. The Death Star has cleared a fire. So bad news. We did actually lose shields. Because we didn't have enough Humies carrying enough power cells around. Half the output of the sun. In one little stupid ship. Now, I know a way around this problem, but we should probably go back to the shipyard to actually engage it. So we did lose shields, so that's something that is not great. On the other hand, harnessing his raw materials should not be a problem. Because so many lasers. Well, so it's actually simpler than that. Strong Dreams right here is we put a capacitor up here instead of a cargo bay. And we might be able to do that right now, actually. Let's see here. Capacitor. There we go. Drop a capacitor right there. Let's throw some more armor in front of him. And that should do us. Did I not push the go button? I did not push the go button. Capacitors aren't reactors, but they do hold power cells, which is all we really need. And now they're full, more or less. All right. I guess we can check out this question mark, because it's not covered in red dots. Well, I spoke too soon. All right, let's see if we can keep everything fueled and powered. And ooh, is this another ship graveyard? My goodness, there's a few of those. Oh crap! This guy brought the heavy guns. All right, cool. Not cool. Do not want. There is no safe distance on this ship. It's throwing much heavier weapons than we have. This is a level 2. We should not have engaged this one. Oh well. Well, we took out his taser. Now we just need to take out his stupid-ass mazer. Did I just run into the... Nope. Break off. Oh, he's chasing us. Lovely! Oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. Pretty sure he can run away from us faster than we can engage him. No, we're closing. Okay. Alright. We just have to cut through a little bit of armor and blow that stupid-ass gun off his face. And he's done. Whew! That was a lot spicy. But I would like to point out for the record that the last time we tried to engage a level 2 in this game, we died miserably. So the stupid-ass idea of all the mining laser maybe wasn't that stupid? You did say more. I put more engines on. There are 4 more engines on this stupid thing than there used to be. They're just not great engines. I mean, let's be honest here. We have successfully made a terrifying and terrifyingly short range murder machine. I'm not sure I feel about that. It's not very effective long term. Somebody grab that as we go by. As we go by is a strong term, apparently. Seriously, you didn't grab that? My dudes, grab that crap. I'm gonna leave you guys outside until you pick that crap up. Pick up your crap! Oh, come on, slack ass. More bigger. More engines, more bigger engines. You know what? Yeah, fine. Any chance he was carrying tri-steel? Unlikely, sadly. Nope, we're still at 12. And apparently we can't pick up tri-steel from the residue of the ship graveyards, so we're just going to do some quick cleanup here and then head back to the station, hope they have more tri-steel that we can pick up. We have so many mining lasers, it's so stupid. We have made the most terrifying mining ship ever. Oh my god. It's just lasing everything. Do you have something useful inside of you? We're about to find out. Oh my great maker. All right, let's pick up the last bits and head on home. What's in this? Bring over the industrial mining laser. We'll find out real quick. All right, we gotta avoid that question mark because that question mark is not great. Do not want that question mark. Check. I don't think we have nearly enough industrial mining lasers for that question mark yet. Maybe if we actually got a railgun, we might be going somewhere interesting. All right. I like how I can pause and still maintain communications. That's always nice. Boop. Destroy pirate base. I'm betting that's the one that we just like were like, nah, never mind. We good. Oh, receive payment. Nice. All right. Well, we didn't actually do a whole lot of mining today. We did a whole lot of scrapping today. We need to unload a whole pile of scrap. Oh, my great maker. That's a lot of scrap. All right, knock that down to 1,000. Tri-steel. Oh, nice! 20! Win! A salvage vessel. One that does not particularly care if your ship is legitimate salvage yet. All ships are just unprocessed salvage. Love it. All right. Now we can do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. Which sadly involves getting rid of the capacitor. Okay. Let's do the thing. Unfortunately, we've changed the design enough that I need to do the thing over again from scratch. So here we go. Delete, 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 and sadly delete. We have doors there, and then we put that there. And that should cover it? I mean, that's a railgun, right? That's an honest to the great maker straight out the front railgun. Okay. It's the most primitive, most basic version of the concept, but it's still a railgun. We need to refine this concept over time, but we have a railgun. I should probably slap a capacitor somewhere because I feel like we're going to need it. We do not actually need an accelerator. You just need a launcher and a loader. And that's all we need. You can add accelerators, but launcher and loader is the basic version. And then you can add stuff. But in the meantime, we're going to slap a capacitor right there just for the sake of doing it. And make that shit so. Go forth, make a railgun. Okay. We now have a spicy gun. And 2 mining lasers, because, you know, mining lasers. Because why not? I am tempted to try to fuck with the engines and try to make a hold-off ship. Can I drag this back? Hold on. No, cancel. We're gonna drag this back. We're gonna drag this back. We're gonna drag this back. And then we're gonna try to put 2-way small engines. I gotta get rid of the armor. Darn. Well, I can move the armor forward. That's not a big deal. Delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. We're gonna slap 2-way small thrusters here and here. And then we're gonna slap fat-assed armor. And that's PH for those of y'all out there in the verse here. And that should do us. Invalid blueprints. Why are these invalid? What are you bitching at me about? Oh, because this stupid crap. Because for some reason, things leave their, like, spaces behind. I don't know why. Dockmaster had Hagenflor's attention. Now he has his enthusiasm. Indeed. Zerp! Make the new thing! Well, that is a funny-ass looking ship. But it's got a railgun. A currently unarmed railgun, because I need to buy some ammo from the shipyard. Right! I should do that. Ammo! I should buy a few of that. Let's start with 100 and see how it goes. Maybe more? It shoots 1 round at a time, right? I mean, yeah. 100 seems okay. Maybe more. Let's do 200. Just for good measure. I mean, it's cheap ammo. It only costs 800. There. 400 should do us. We have lots and lots of money. And still some steel stuck in the back. So, yeah. More modifications, yo! I guess this is coming out. And 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 this. And this. And actually, let's make that simpler. Okay, that made that a little simpler to worry about. And now we drag this guy out here, and we need to adjust a few things. And this guy out here, and this guy out here, and this guy out here. Check, check, and check. Cool. So now we delete that, and delete that, and we move this guy up, and that's not going to work, is it? Move this guy up again, we move this guy up. Cool, that's going to work. Delete those two. Okay, and okay, and okay. Doors, man, doors. Doors and corners, that's where they get you, man. Doors and corners. Doors and corners. That's where they get you. Doors and corners. Alright. Throw that there, throw that there. Check, check. And we don't need that stuff anymore, but something that we should consider, and really should consider, is... Oh, not that. Not that. What are you doing? Is... Where are they? Where are they? Point defense! Always a good idea. Always a good idea. We'll figure out where to put more point defense later, but in the meantime, that's... What's wrong with these guys? Why are they bitching at me? Invalid blueprints. Oh, because of the thrusters? I get it. The thruster window is too big. Yep. Okay, fine. I gotcha. We'll just toss some big ol' honkin' wedges in front of you. How about that? Big ol' honkin' wedges. There you go. You feel better now? Less whiny now? Christ. Alright. And now we need a cargo bay on the other side. And we need more doors. And now it looks like we're actually cooking with gas. Or something horribly, horribly worse. I'm slowly convincing you this game is cool. It is kind of fun in a really weird way. Alright. I think this looks more or less correct at this point, so we will slap the make it so button and see what happens. And if we have weird places that we can't get to, we'll add more doors. Because that's always the solution, add more doors. Alright, let's pause the game real quick. What is that? That's one round of ammunition. Why is there one? Alright, we need to move ammo around. How? I have not actually moved ammo around before. Oh. It's just that simple? It is just that simple, ladies and germs. I have literally never moved cargo around in this game before, but apparently it is literally that easy. Boop. And now you can go over there, and you can go over there, and you can go over there, and you can go over there. They don't even go outside to do it. Nice. Alright. I think we need to pick up some stuff that's left outside. Thank you. Okay! Now we have a railgun. The shortest possible railgun ever. Let's go see what we can do. We need to go free a station, right? Yeah, we'll go rescue a station. Let's go rescue a station, shall we? And then maybe we'll probably call it after that. It's a stubby. It's totally a stubby. It's not the size that matters. Ooh, squirrel! Hyper jump point. Not exciting. Or maybe we'll find out what this guy's got. Come here, dude. Stand still. I can't imagine that railguns have particularly, like, good leads. Alright, how far can I stand off from this dork? Oh, same distance as everything else. Alright, we gotta add some... We gotta add some accelerators to this thing. I don't know if this guy's about to have a lack of a heartbeat, but I will point out that our railgun range is the same distance as everything else. So, not great. See the long red line? Yeah, but so I'm confused now. Because, like, the long red line goes a long way, yes. But, oh, is that the point defense? Oh, the point defense has the same range as the mining lasers. The railgun has this range? Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Are there numbers attached to this thing somewhere? Show statistics. Let's see here. 10,000 damage a shot. Range 300 meters. Range 150 meters. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This guy's about to have a bad day. Two accelerators, and the range of the gun exceeds the range of your current sensors. Oh no. You're going to start taking blind shots and you don't care. 10,000 damage per shot. And I would like to point out that the mining lasers do 1,000 damage per second. So that's 10 seconds of mining laser damage per shot. Okie dokie. Corporal, do you see that ship out there? I don't want to. Let's slow this down a little, because we need to appreciate this hilarity. We are slowing down in preparation for slugging him. Reload time. What's the reload time in the railgun? Let's see here. Rate of fire. So it takes 4 seconds to reload. Okay, so make your first shot count. I don't know, Huggin' Floors. You gotta try out collimating ion beams, man. Once you get 4 ion beams, 2 on each side, collimating down to 2 actual beams, there is little that can stand in your way. Fancy crap, or throw a freight train of mass at a percentage of the speed of light. Ah, there we go. He is trying the ion beams. There we go. Alright. Railgun ho, yo! We are slowing down precipitously. Alright. Now I can actually take the time to decide what I want to hit. 10,000 points of damage. I guess we should just start aiming for his reactor core and see what we can burn through. Alright, little railgun. Line up, yo! Whoop. There it went! Oh boy! It has a contrail! It's distorting space around it as it goes. Oh boy. Alright. We gotta get a close-up of the effects. Blap. That did not actually do that much damage. I hope my standoff works. Alright, we're still standing off. And now we're not standing off. Crap! Okay. Plan A kind of worked. Back to Plan B. We're still going to try to burn through to his reactor. Oh, damn! Okay, there we go. That's more like what I was expecting. Holy hell! Blurp. Goodbye, ship. Holy crap! You're missing the front half of your ship, man. Oh my gosh. Shields are holding, and there goes the rest of his ship. Wow. Okay. I see the value. I see the value. 3 shots, 12 seconds. I mean, exactly what was planned, right? 1 shot every 4 seconds. Control-Alt-Delete ship. Check. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that first round I was a little underwhelmed. I gotta admit. And then there was more. And then there was less of the enemy ship than I anticipated. Side by side and battery. Oh God. You just got to keep standoff range. That's the big detail. Is you got to stay out of their range. Yeah, the second shot was definitely the killer. Well, once we took care of like the central portion of the ship, the rest of it was over with. Now, how are we doing on ammo? That's a good question. We're doing just fine on ammo. In fact, we should like move this thing over there. All right. In fact, we seem to have picked up some ammo. So we're doing just fine on ammo. Yes, we have made a Mac cannon. A very short, very stubby Mac cannon, but for the time being it works. Also, fun fact that it didn't come up in this latest fight, but these little point defense guns actually shoot down projectiles. I don't think they can shoot down railgun projectiles. I don't know. But they can shoot down cannon projectiles at least. And yes, the red shirts are actually red. We'll change their colors if we get far enough to need more crew members than we have right now. I thought I saw some more scrap floating around out here. I didn't. Okay. All right, let's go liberate a station, shall we? With our newfound mega cannon. So, J-Bro, I think the point defense cannons are actually automated, so let's hope the computer is really honking fast. Oh, flat guns can shoot down railguns sometimes. All right, fair enough. Where is the bad guys? Are we supposed to rescue? There we go. Hello, bad guy. You're about to have a bad time. If I can catch you. Are you the right bad guy? You might not be the right bad guy. You might not be the right bad guy. You're probably not the right bad guy. Never mind. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't send a railgun slug through the station. So let's try and position ourselves a little better to take out this particular bad guy. Because I don't want to core the station accidentally. Alright. Stand off at a distance. About that distance seems right. Oh my god. Zorp! Alright, what you got? What you got? What you got? Cockpit. Let's go ahead and just take out your cockpit. Can we one-shot your cockpit? No. Because you saw me coming and you rotated. Fine. Let's see what happens if we try to one-shot your cockpit. We miss. Did we seriously entirely miss? I thought I saw a discharge go by. And that's what she said. But no damage inflicted, so yeah, we missed. Holy hell! Never mind! We caught him on the rebound! Bloop! No more ship for you! That thing splattered across half a parsec. Oh my great maker. Oh, there's still one more pirate. Where's the other pirate? I'm at the station. Fine. We'll pick up the bits of his compatriot and go find him, I guess. Dockmaster has a go away button. Oh, he was chasing that merchant? Crap. Now I gotta go chase him down. Have a good one, C.A. McDivitt. Where did that dork go? Well, there's a civilian. Are you seriously telling me I have to go find this idiot wherever the hell he went? Oh, there he is. Maybe. Possibly. Who knows? Come on. Engage super thrusters! Come on. Come on. You can get there. You can get there. You can do it! Come on. Come on. Oh, fuck. He's outdistancing me. Railgun or not, I still gotta get within range. Fudge! Come here, little dork. Come here! Oh my god, where is he going? Well, we are exploring the entire known system at this point. Ah! Lost him. There he is. Are we sure this is the right guy? Because at this point, he is way the hell off the reservation. Yeah, he has a star. But we also have a roving pirate hunter mission that how do I turn these off? I can abandon them. How do I turn them off? There we go. Okay. So now there's a gold star. So does gold star help us find anything more useful? Can I use a railgun for mining? Because, oh my god, I feel like using the railgun for mining would massively simplify the whole mining process. That's just an idiot. But, I mean, let's play with new toy, right? Zippity zappity happity crappity, blap. Hello! Goodbye. That was level 2. That could be bad. Let's find out how bad it is. Fire? Okay, we fired. Ow! Well, I see the point defense guns firing furiously to defend our ship, so that's good. And we are absolutely ripping this thing down to its structural components. Wow. Still not actually killing it, though. Clearly, I need more than one. Or I just need to aim deeper, maybe? Aim for the core! Whoop, there it went. No guns for you! Yeah, I gotta aim deeper. Okay, fine. They're flying straight at us. Their mistake. Because flying straight at us right now seems like a really horribly bad idea. Yes, yes, I know you're running out of oxygen. Just stop being slackers and fill up, you idiots. Still not a gold star. Where the hell is the gold star, idiot? Apparently we're picking up a whole pile of iron right now. Yay us. Alright. I said I was going to liberate the station and then call it, but I have not yet successfully liberated the station. Still not a gold star, but we'll kill them all the same. If we catch them, which we might not. Amusingly, we could... Never mind. Let's call all stop. And then do the stupid thing. Because why not? We are not enough... Ow, crap. Ran out of command space. That's a bigger problem. That's going to take a much more complicated fix, so never mind. Alright, Mr. Goldstar, where the fornication are you? Yes, the station is right there. That's very helpful. But I have to defeat 2 pirates to liberate you, and I don't know where the second fucking pirate is. Apparently he wandered off somewhere. And they won't let me call it a win until I defeat the second pirate. Well, there's space trash. Don't mind me just picking up space trash. Fine. Roving pirates it is. If that guy goes inside the red line, he's a fucking moron. And your alternative is fighting me, which also makes him a fucking moron, so let's see what happens. He runs away! Sir Robin bravely runs away, of course. Need better engines. Still not a gold star! Right about there. Alright, so the moral of the story is aim deep. Aim for the cockpit. Check. Blap. We almost disabled the gun. Oh, wow. Damn. Oh, wow. Holy crap. 3 shots and no more ship. Wow. And we're maxed out on freaking cargo space. Potatoes. And I still haven't found that freaking third idiot. Or second idiot, or whatever the hell. That would be an interesting bug in the game, since this is still under development, and that there is no second idiot, and he's already dead. Oh. Like, seriously, how do I fully liberate this stupid station if I can't find the last fornicating idiot? Doing laps around the star? Well, fine. We may just pull into the station and sell off what we can and call it an evening, since we have been doing this for, well, nearly a long time. 3.5 hours by the Great Maker. Thankfully, we still get credit for doing things that we have done. So boom, boom, and boom. And boom. And there we go. And then we can still sell crap. I don't need that much iron. To increase this thing's reach and range. But that may be for the next live stream, since we are maxed out right now on command points. And we need to do some massive rejiggering to give this thing a longer shaft. So let's resolve the monetary situation. Boop. Resolved. Let's save the game real quick, because that's always important. And let's say, for the time being, that this was a good time for what time it was. In fact, this time we did not actually die, which I guess actually makes it better than the last time we tried to live stream this game. So, win? But, in the meantime, railguns for the win. Huggin' Floors was correct. And let's see how long of a shaft we can insert into this thing next live stream. And that's what she said. And as always, and as every time, good night and good luck.